Hi guys! Well, it's almost Easter, so that means it's time for some cute Easter-inspired creations. First up, this adorable bunny cake. It's made from half of an 8-inch round cake, and it's super easy to decorate. So let's hop to it! First thing you want to do is put some pink candy melts into a microwave-safe container and melt them down. Stir it until it's nice and smooth. Once you have the mixture smooth, you're going to pour it into a decorator bag fitted with a Wilton No. 2 tip. And then on a baggie or some wax paper, you're just going to freehand some bunny ears. Now you could print a template and place it under your wax paper under your baggie and just use it as a guide, but I think bunny ears are simple enough to just freehand, so I'm just going to wing it. I'm tracing out the inside pink section of my bunny ears, and then I'm going to try my best to keep each ear the same size. So trace out the pink section of your bunny ears and then fill it in. Then let it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes until it's a little bit firm, and then you're going to take your white candy melts and you're going to outline the pink section. I use the same Wilton tip for each part of my bunny ears. On the bottom of my ears, I'm creating little spikes to use to stick into my cake as sort of an anchor. But you could make your bunny ears on pretzel sticks or cake pop sticks. And you can make your bunny ears as big or as small as you'd like, but you should really make them proportionate to your cake size. Once you have your bunny ears done, slide them onto something flat like a cookie sheet pan and then place them into the freezer. Leave the ears in the freezer and add them right before you're going to serve your cake. The longer they set out, the easier it is for them to bend and break, because as we all know, chocolate melts as it heats up. So add your bunny ears to your cake as the very last step. So the next step is cutting your cake. This is an 8-inch round cake that's been filled with frosting and then cut in half. It's been wrapped up in the freezer for about 40 minutes, and it's cold enough so that it's not going to ooze out frosting when I try and cut it, but yet I can still get a knife through it easy enough. So my next step here is to make a little niche in my cake where the head of my bunny rabbit is going to be. So I'm going to use a nice sharp knife to cut out a small section. So I start by sort of slightly tracing where I will cut with my knife so that the entire section I'm cutting off is perfect on both sides and that one side isn't higher than the other. Once I'm sure I have traced it correctly with the knife, then I apply more pressure and really cut into the cake. Remove your little chunk of cake that you've cut and any pieces that are starting to come off of your cake, and just use your knife and sort of carve that little section out so it's kind of smooth. And now you want to frost your cake, and it doesn't have to be perfect since it's a rabbit's fur and it will be covered with coconut anyway. You just want to do your best to completely frost the entire thing. So I'm going to use some sweetened white coconut to cover my cake, but you could color your coconut, or you could use even toasted coconut to try and give it some extra color. But I'm just going to keep this simple and use it straight from the bag. So you just want to do your best to cover the entire cake with coconut. This is your bunny's fur, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Just grab a handful of coconut and start pressing it into the sides of your cake. Do a section at a time and then turn your cake and do the next section. Keep working the cake until it's completely covered. Any coconut that falls, you can just scoop up and press into the cake or put it back into your bag for later. So now our bunny needs a tail. So I've put some white frosting into a decorator bag fitted with a No. 12 Wilton tip. So I'm going to pick the spot that I want to add my tail, and I'm just going to put pressure on my bag. Now, you can use a circular motion or just press and let it build and then release. It's completely up to you. You pick the spot you want the tail to be and then just make it however you'd like. And if your bunny tail falls off due to the coconut, don't worry, it happens. Just scoop it up and try it again. I'm using, I believe, a No. 1A Wilton tip here. This will create the pink bunny nose. I just dyed some white frosting pink, and I'm just going to add a little dollop on the front for a nose. Alright, the very last step to do is give our bunny some ears. So I've removed my bunny ears from the freezer where they're nice and firm, and I'm going to stick them right into that scooped out portion of my cake. Well, our bunny cake is completely done, and this is going to look great on the Easter table with some cute dyed eggs and other Easter decorations. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching!